In this video, we'll take a look at how a simple e-scooter, fitted with an improvised explosive device, was used to target a Russian apartment complex near the Kremlin. The target was Igor Kirillov, the head of the chemical, biological, and nuclear defense troops of the Russian armed forces.
Yeah.
We will explore how the assassin planned and executed the operation in the more details, all in the videos ahead. The assassination took place in Russia near the Kremlin in Moscow, the country's capital. The specific location was an apartment complex on Ryazansky Prospect, a busy street in the city. The assassin reportedly arrived in Moscow carrying a homemade explosive device also known as IED, designed to function similarly to this Claymore anti-personnel mine. However, the preparation for the attack took considerable time. The suspect had to wait for approximately 2 months for all the necessary materials to be delivered, likely in parts to avoid raising suspicion during procurement and transportation. The perpetrator from Uzbekistan, former citizen, an individual born in 1995, was allegedly paid $100,000 for the assassination and promised residency in a European country as a reward for completing the mission. The assassin meticulously planned the attack. He concealed the explosive device on an electric scooter, which he parked at the entrance of the residential building where the target, Igor Kirillov, resided. This strategic placement allowed the attacker to carry out the assassination with precision while minimizing the risk of detection. The crime has drawn significant attention due to its brazen nature and the proximity to key government landmarks, such as the Kremlin. The assassin employed a stand-up electric scooter as part of the attack. This type of scooter is typically powered by an electric hub motor located in either the front or rear wheel, or sometimes both. It is designed with a large central deck that allows the rider to stand while operating it, making it compact.
Right,
the scooter was modified to carry the improvised explosive device, also called IED, which was strategically concealed to avoid detection. As previously stated, the IED was a homemade device with an explosive force estimated to be equivalent to 300 grams or approximately 0.7 pounds of TNT. This level of explosive power is sufficient to cause significant damage to individuals and structures in close proximity, demonstrating the precision and intent behind the attack. IEDs, or improvised explosive devices, are homemade explosives constructed with 4 basic components, each essential to the device's functionality. The first component is the power supply, typically provided by car batteries or alkaline flashlight batteries. This power source supplies the necessary electricity to both the trigger or switch and the detonator, enabling the device to operate. The second component is the trigger or switch, which is responsible for initiating the device. Remote triggers are commonly used and may include cell phones, cordless phones, radios, which are activated by someone monitoring the situation. The third component is the detonator, a small explosive charge designed to ignite the main charge. Detonators are usually electrical, similar to those used in construction explosions. The final component is the main charge, which acts as the primary explosive responsible for the device's destructive force. This charge produces a high-pressure shock wave or blast wave and may disperse shrapnel, toxic chemicals, or fire-starting substances.
That's usually shrapnel.
In this scenario, the IED employs a command initiator, where an assassin or soldier dials a phone to activate the trigger.
End up on a watch list.
This in turn sets off the detonator and initiates the explosion sequence, allowing for precise timing and control.
You're there now, buddy.
This is our assessment of how the attack might have unfolded. We believe the explosive device, a shaped charge or a similar IED, was mounted on the scooter. It was likely concealed within a bag or basket attached to the handlebars, positioning it at approximately torso level for a pedestrian walking by. This placement ensured maximum lethality, targeting vital areas of the body. The attack was meticulously planned with a device designed to direct shrapnel in a single direction.
Nope, shrapnel.
The lack of shrapnel damage to nearby vehicles, such as the body of the car in the vicinity, indicates that the explosion was not radial in nature. This contrasts with many other types of IEDs, which are often designed to scatter shrapnel in all directions. Close examination reveals that the handlebars of the scooter were the only part of the vehicle significantly damaged in the blast. Additionally, a black object is visible mounted on the handlebars of the scooter in images taken before the explosion. This object is believed to house the explosive charge, further supporting the theory of a directional blast engineered for target effectiveness. It is also worth noting the strategic placement of the scooter. It was positioned on the far side of a pole, providing a clear, unobstructed path for the shaped charge to hit its intended target as the victim exited the building. The level of expertise demonstrated in the design, assembly, and placement of the device points to a deliberate and professional operation, executed with precision to achieve the desired outcome while minimizing collateral damage. They also have had to record a live video, possibly using a dash camera, and stream it back to the Ukrainian security services. As you can see, the Russian general and his assistant were nearly at the door. At that moment, it was remotely activated.
Oh
This
my
IED
god!
exploded, claiming the lives of those present at the apartment block. General Igor Kirillov was responsible for developing biological and chemical weapons using the Fab 500. When launched with this glide bomb kit fitted with a Russian GLONASS antenna, this biological weapon can take out a large city block without causing damage to any buildings. The tail stabilizer is an essential part of this glide weapon. It provides aerodynamic stability when dropped under gravity. Let's take a look inside this Fab 500. At the forefront of the bomb is the fuse adapter, a critical component that houses the triggering mechanism. Positioned immediately behind the fuse adapter is the
Yeah,
auxiliary
Ty likes to
booster.
watch Bruce.
This plays a vital role in the activation of the chemical weapon, making it a more cost-effective
Remember last time he was
alternative to
playing,
launching a cruise missile. He was
think
also
it was
responsible
Friday
for
the
reviving the
13th?
Cold War-era nuclear weapons and arming the missiles and planes. It can carry around 6 units of
his
KH-15
mom's
short-range
house.
nuclear missiles in the weapon bay. Alternatively, it can carry older conventional
I didn't even
bombs
watch
such as the
back
Fab
then.
1500 unguided weapon system. While the updated variants of the Tu-22M can carry 4 Kinzhal hypersonic missiles on both sides of the wings and near the exhaust
What does
structure.
Bruce do?
This is the Tupolev Tu-22M strategic bomber. As the name
That's a
suggests,
nice
nuclear
jet.
bombers are aircraft designed to deliver nuclear weapons. Let's take a look at how they might work. The 3 planes can work together as nuclear and attack aircraft. In Stage 1, the Tu-22M can sweep in and target enemies using KH-22 or 32 long-range supersonic anti-shipping cruise missiles, or the Kinzhal, specifically designed to engage U.S. Navy supercarriers. Meanwhile, the Tupolev Tu-95 can be positioned as a command and control center, while also striking less defended infrastructures like the usual communication towers. This slows down the enemy response in the battlefield. Finally, the Tu-160 Blackjack, also known as the White Swan, would launch cruise missiles once in range. These missiles would travel low and slow under enemy radar to reach their targets. This tactic is typical for all bombers in a nuclear war scenario. The Tu-160 can open its weapon bay doors and release nuclear cruise missiles one after another. These cruise missiles deploy their wings when dropped, and it can fly towards their targets, creating a nuclear explosion upon impact. However, the aftermath of such an attack can cause a nuclear fallout. When a nuclear weapon detonates, dust mixed with radioactive fission products are drawn into the detonation's radius, even spreading towards the attacker's own country and people. This nuclear dust can spread all through Europe, Russia, China, and even the rest of Asia if this happens to explode mid-air. This creates a situation where nobody wins, as it affects a lot of people, including those who initiated the attack. We make original videos from scratch, so please do subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos.
What? Shut up.